a first round buy of Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
When did it come out? When was this?
April 4th, 2014.
Yeah.
What? Oh,
Is that what's on the poster?
I was like,
I
what?
was gonna say, wow, he sounds so.
Count these toothpicks.
Welcome back to Eat, Sleep, Nerd. In this episode, we are doing the bracket fight of all of the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies and television shows. I'm your dorky DJ, Corey Winter. Joining me for this episode, we have my nerdy brother, Josh Winter, our geeky friends, Christian James, Nick Murphy, Britt Arp, and Jason Summer. We have the whole team together.
Hello, Governor.
Listen.
Oh my God. So,
It's been a while since we've all been together. Sorry.
yeah. It's actually been about 2 months. So, nice to see all of you.
2 months.
Yes.
It's been 2 fortnights. No, 4 fortnights.
Yeah, to get the math right.
we have to make a rule right now to stop that.
So, if you've been watching our channel for a while, a few months ago, we did a tier maker game of all of the Marvel Studios movies and television shows, but we want to determine which is the best of the best and see which of the movies and television shows is the #1 Marvel Cinematic Universe film or television show of all time. So, we have Deadpool and Wolverine coming out this summer. So, I kind of felt like this was the perfect time to kind of do this because I feel like the Deadpool and Wolverine movies might kind of be like a little reset for the MCU. And so let's just see everything that came before it. Everything that came before it, what was the best of the best? So this might be a 5-minute episode. It might be an hour-long episode. It really just depends on how you guys argue about this.
Let's go.
Jason's shooting for short
Yes.
episode.
Yes, Jason does not want to be here right now.
Oh, no, hang on. Just saying. It was my understanding there were certain time limits and things that were going to be done in this recording session, and I might have been misled. Just saying.
I don't know
that.
what
It's
time limits you're
Deadpool.
talking about, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
So
So have you guys seen some of the images going around about the Deadpool movie that are actually some spoilers and it's pissing me off?
I'm
I'm
avoiding spoilers.
I didn't mean to find it. It just happened. And
Yeah.
that's like, people, stop it. Like, quit doing that. Like,
I know.
anyway.
People just find it as news, and it's like, that's not news. It's just ruining everybody's day.
Yeah. You're just, It's like, I don't want that to pop up in my feed. I don't, how dare you? Anyway, but I will say, can I just say it? Spoiler? Can we do like a spoiler?
No, we don't
No.
want
Okay. Okay.
Why would you
All right.
gripe
Say what you
about
want to, Jason.
spoiling
Go ahead.
and spoil it for us? Rude.
Well, I was asking. Okay.
No.
Can't hear what you said.
When's it coming out? July?
It's coming out in July. Yes.
Hmm?
Yeah, so that's why I thought it was going to be a good idea to do this episode, because that one is looking to be a banger, and hopefully it holds up to that. So if all thing is to be believed, it's going to be a big multiverse movie and potentially kind of reset some things, or at least give a like a little vibe reboot for the MCU, because it has not been the best the past couple years.
Yeah, we need a better vibe.
So
Vibes
with
off.
that said,
More Jonathan Majors.
Didn't pass the vibe check.
all right, I'm going to cut out the chit chat. So here we go. Let's get right into the bracket fight.
Was kidding.
No, so we are doing the bracket fight. I think it's just bracketfights.com. That whole software is similar to Tiermaker. So it's actually put together this big thing for us. It's going to do head-to-heads, and we'll just get down to the #1. So the first matchup is Iron Man 3 versus WandaVision.
WandaVision.
Iron Man 3 is with Mickey Rourke, right? No, that's the
No.
second one. I was getting that wrong. That's Ben
No,
Kingsley.
that's the one
Ben
with
Kingsley.
killing. Yeah.
I haven't seen WandaVision, but sure.
Wow, you're missing
Beautiful.
out. That's a good one.
WandaVision's
Yeah,
really,
listen.
really good.
I will say I was very confused about the Doctor. What's his butt?
Strange.
Almost said
Strange.
Twitter. Doctor Strange. That situation. I was like, why is she so mad?
Ah,
Yeah,
I'm assuming that gets answered in that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
WandaVision it is.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, now we have Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania versus Iron Man, the original.
Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Did you say Joel?
Just Jonathan.
Just- All right. Ooh, interesting matchup. We have Eternals versus She-Hulk.
Eternals.
She-Hulk.
Eternals.
Ooh. We had a She-Hulk in there.
She-Hulk.
Eternals.
I was going to go with Eternals personally.
Eternals.
I did like She-Hulk. Like it had its charm, but
You like
Eternals was boring. It was so boring. Even the color palette was boring.
I mean, at this point, the
And
voting.
it was a pointless movie. It's like this
What-
great big creature has come out of the earth and no one has acknowledged it since. It was the most pointless piece of garbage.
He gets so heated when he talks about Eternals.
I'm assuming it was supposed to have a point and have its own
It still could
place in time.
at some point. But no, I am going
Yeah.
Eternals. It seems like we have 5-1. Is that what it was?
Yes.
She-Hulk.
What
Yeah.
What if they randomly address it in that?
I hope
He's
so.
the only
Rumors
one who
are that
addresses
they
it.
may.
I hope
I'm
so.
sorry, has no one noticed?
I'm sorry. There's a giant hand sticking out of the ocean. Anybody?
All right, we have the original Guardians of the Galaxy versus Captain America: The First Avenger.
Mm.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say
I
Captain
really
America.
enjoyed Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, I'm a
So-
Guardians boy.
Guardians is
Captain America.
factually better. But I also feel like Captain America is an underrated entry in the MCU. Like, it was actually pretty cool.
It was one of the early ones, but it was also really solid.
I don't know if I would say agree with you on that, Josh, that Guardians is better. I would say it's more poppy. I would say it's more bright and colorful and appears to more people.
It's more James Gunny.
Yeah. I think the Captain America is the better film.
Are we split?
I say Captain America.
I said Guardians.
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 There it is.
Okay, well, there you go.
Split.
I feel somebody changed theirs after they found out that I was going for Captain America. I have this sense.
All
I
right, we
enjoyed
have
Captain
the
America, but
we have the Incredible Hulk versus the Avengers.
The Avengers.
Is this
the
Edward Norton
Avengers.
Hulk or?
Bingers.
Wait,
Yes.
that's the only one, right? There
Te-
hasn't been a
Technically.
standalone.
Yeah.
All right, the Avengers. Easy one.
Avengers.
All right, getting a little trickier here. Spider-Man: No Way Home
Mm.
versus Black Panther.
Mm.
No Way Home.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
This is
No Way
it
Home.
here.
I know. I got to do it for the culture, but
Yeah.
like
Like-
No Way Home was.
Black Panther.
This was a tough one. This should have been later on in the. Honestly,
No Way Home.
Oof.
I
I was
they're both good, but I think Black Panther was more important.
Let's go, Jason.
So-
Cookout.
Black Panther. What?
You can come to the cookout. You can't stay long, but you can come to the cookout.
Okay.
I
Just
think
don't put
like
raisins in
I
your
I'll
think-
bring
Bring no food. No, bring no, food.
I'll bring my mayonnaise
No,
and potato salad.
Bring no
No.
food. You can't come if you're
Oh
bringing
my
food.
god, no!
just plates and silverware.
I
In
think,
my
I think
What you got,
culturally
Britt?
speaking, like introducing like culture into MCU as far as like I don't know, you had a little bit of culture introduction with like Thor, but as far as introducing like another culture and another way of life, I like Black Panther. I think it's a great movie, killer script. I really liked it. So
So we
sorry.
got culture versus nostalgia. Really, is what we got.
Yeah, basically.
And honestly, I feel like taking nostalgia away from No Way Home, hot take here, the movie doesn't really work.
Who's the bad guy? Is Doc
All
Ock,
the bad
right?
guys.
All the
All
bad
of
guys.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was good. Yeah, it was just nostalgia. I think Black Panther. It was a really good movie, and it introduced a new character.
Yeah.
That probably a lot of people didn't know about, or as many people as Spider-Man. Obviously, I thought it was well cast. It was a good movie. Made sense. Great
Oh.
introduction. I thought
Yeah.
it was really good.
So for some reason when you said No Way Home, I was thinking Homecoming.
yeah.
Hands down, Black Panther.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, hands
Damn.
down. Yeah.
like I'm a Spidey.
I mean, I
guy.
love Spider-Man No Way Home, but Black Panther is the better movie.
Yeah, it's kind of like
Easy.
the whole
Yeah.
Christmas movie thing. Like how people are like, oh, Die Hard's a Christmas movie. And someone ruined it as if you took Christmas out of it, does it still make sense?
Yes,
Boom, not a Christmas movie.
Yeah,
Bruce Willis says it's not a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
and he's in it.
that
I
is
mean,
not the conversation.
That's not
right
the
now,
conversation.
so-
Anyway,
Anyway.
so like you said, like if you took the nostalgia out of it, I mean,
Josh,
I
you're
have-
just sitting there. Hang on,
kind of
Josh.
like a
Josh
mid.
is quiet. Josh has this tolerating look going on.
that's it's just face.
I'm very tolerant. But yes,
Yeah, I know.
I have
Here's
resting
why
power
Spider-Man's the better
face.
movie.
No, I don't know.
Like, I love No Way Home, but
I
I
would've-
have some big problems with it.
The only problem I have with No Way Home is that it was very much trying to set up what felt like a large event that never really
That's a good
happened.
point. Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause that was
it had a
supposed to be
lot
the
of, it
part-
had a lot of build up.
That was supposed to be the part of the MCU where the spit hits the fan and the universe breaks.
Yeah.
That's not the expression.
And that just didn't really happen. And then that kind of became the start of the cycle where every movie where we thought it was going to get the multiverse thing going, it never really got it going. Until like Doctor
Yeah.
Strange. That was like 18 movies later. So
My biggest problem with No Way Home was the Toby and Andrew aspect of it. Like, I loved that they showed up and they were awesome in it, but I didn't like that we didn't get to explore their worlds in the context of No Way Home. They just kind of showed up and then they left, and we didn't get to see anything else from them. Like,
Yeah.
what was happening with Toby before he showed up in Tom Holland's universe?
He was leading a youth group.
Okay, well, okay, fair enough.
Also, yeah, when Andrew brought up that he stopped pulling his punches.
Yeah,
Love would have seen that.
yeah, exactly. So,
I also really hate the ending of it. I hate that they had to wipe their memory and stuff. It just,
Right.
I don't know. It would be too difficult to make that make sense.
And again, they never stuck the landing.
thank you for bringing that back up.
Anyway, Black Panther.
So, since I'm leaning towards Black Panther, yeah, that's actually kind of a surprise for me, but that makes sense.
now,
Oh God,
to be fair though,
You don't
To be fair,
Black Panther was really just the Lion King.
okay.
okay, you know what?
Lion King was good too.
And by virtue of that, it was Hamlet.
Yes.
With James Earl Jones
Anyway,
Yeah,
well, we
Angela
moved on
Bassett.
to the next round. So,
and Elton John.
we have, well, I know Josh is put on this one. Thor: The Dark World versus Hawkeye.
Arrow Man.
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye.
I loved Hawkeye. Yeah. Josh, Thor?
Never saw it.
I was trying to decide if I hated Hawkeye that much.
Why would you hate Hawkeye? It was awesome.
It was fine.
He's allowed.
I'm-
He's allowed.
I'm finally with Josh.
It was fine.
It was
We watched it together.
Why do you make it sound like we disagree a lot?
We watched it together. It was a fun time.
After 15 years, we finally agree. Hawkeye was mid.
Oh, come on.
It's fine. The question was,
You can tell Corey gets indignant when he goes, when his voice
Yeah, his
octave goes
voice
like to the roof. Come on, come on.
I love that show.
it was fine.
I'm going Hawkeye.
it
So-
did a lot of things really, really campy.
It was less bad than Thor was relative to its own place. So,
So we're going Hawkeye.
yes, but not because I thought it was good. I just don't think
Okay.
it sucked as much as Thor.
That's part. That's valid.
Yep.
It's valid.
To be
Oh, boy.
completely honest, that's how I made my deduction also. So
Oh my God.
It's like voting for president.
Nope. 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 Nope.
Nope, can't go
Oh
there.
my God.
Nope. Moving on.
All right. Spider-Man Far From Home versus Miss Marvel.
Far From Home was peak Spider-Man.
Yeah, it was very good.
very
yeah,
good.
I did not make
Far
it past
From Home.
episode 2 of Miss Marvel. I was
Now,
just
see, I
like,
really like Miss Marvel, but Far From Home was really good.
The only reason I got past episode 2 of Miss Marvel is because we talked about it here in the show. That's the only reason I
that
kept
was
watching.
like the first show that I told you guys I'm just not going to finish watching.
Yeah, that is actually factual. True
Like,
story.
and the people that brought up that it just seemed like a Disney Channel original, like,
It was.
yeah, it pretty much was.
Why?
That's fine.
Why
But
is Tom Holland standing like that?
away from the camera? I don't know.
Just
Like
face
his
it.
back to the camera.
All right. Ooh, guys. Here we go.
Oof.
We have two S tier things here. So we have Captain America Civil War versus Loki. So
Who set up this? Who set this up?
it was actually at random.
God.
AI.
Civil War. I have not
I
seen
don't
Loki.
know. I love Loki.
Loki, it's pretty good.
Loki
I've
is
heard
pretty
it's
good.
really
So
It's
good.
slamming.
Is that a waffle down there smiling?
Sort of. It's a clock.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So
What color is the waffle?
waffle color.
Orange.
Orange.
He's talking about the clock thing.
Let's
Civil
not.
War is my.
Never mind.
We're on the internet. People know that.
Brittany gets it.
I had some pretty big issues with Civil War.
Civil War was kind of a letdown.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was great. It
was-
led into the
especially
stuff it
compared
needed to.
to the Winter Soldier. It was a letdown.
Oh,
God,
look at
that's
that. I mean, yeah.
So
see. I'm having for some reason I'm having a disconnect on names versus the movies. Like you said, Civil War, and I thought Winter Soldier.
well, that is
So Loki, easy.
I also think I saw
I don't know what's going on.
this mini generation of Marvel movies. I think I saw out of order. I think not on purpose, but I think I just got to them late.
Sure.
So that might be. Well, I probably knew what happened after Civil War before I watched Civil War, which is
Mhm.
why I think I like it more.
Makes sense.
Anyway,
Sounds like we're going with Loki.
I'm
though.
cool with Loki.
Loki.
It was
Mhm.
S tier. All right, we have Ant-Man versus Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Mm.
Ant-Man.
I say volume 2.
Volume 2.
I liked the first Ant-Man too.
This one's really hard for me. I love both of them.
I love Paul Rudd.
Like, these are my two franchises for the MCU that are my favorites, so I don't know how to pick this one.
Ant-Man, obviously.
The first Ant-Man was
Obviously,
great.
great.
What happened in Volume 2?
That was the
Kurt
one where he
Russell.
discovered his dad.
Ego.
Yeah.
Oh, I never saw.
With Kurt Russell.
I saw the first one.
Yes.
And I was like, I get it.
That one tugged on the heartstrings pretty hard at the end.
If you say so.
All right, so let's do. It seems like we were kind of split on that. Who's doing Ant-Man? Directly into the mic. We got Nick. We got Jason. Britt, did you
Okay.
say Ant-Man? I could have sworn I thought you said Ant-Man.
I thought I heard 3 Ant-Mans
Mhm.
too.
Brittany, now you look like you're tolerating us. What's going on over there? What do you?
It's more of like an internal struggle because I love Paul Rudd. I think
He's fantastic.
suits the role to like a pristine T. One of my favorite castings in Marvel, actually.
Mhm.
But I really Guardian of the Galaxy, like Volume 1 and 2, was such a fun ride the whole time. I enjoyed the ride of Guardians of the Galaxy. So that's kind of why I lean a little more towards Guardians, I think.
Yeah.
But it's just like
Okay.
it's a hard struggle for me because I really enjoy Paul Rudd like as Ant-Man. So
Yeah, I feel like my argument kind of mirrors yours. I'm leaning towards Guardians.
yeah.
Yeah. Note maybe we can maybe another tier thing that we could do later. Best represented actor characters.
Like who
Love it.
portrays their character? Yeah.
Write that
Yeah.
down.
We
Write
do
that
that.
down.
Yeah.
But for now, we're going Guardians
Yeah.
of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Right.
All right, Captain Marvel versus What If?
What if?
Well,
What
that's
if?
not.
Captain
what
Marvel.
if?
What if?
Wow.
What if?
Jason? What?
What? I love Captain Marvel. I enjoyed it.
Even what they did to Nick Fury.
I mean, that's not enough to make to ruin it enough
About the stupid
to
cat.
make What If better than this one.
Well, I have another point.
I mean, the
about-
What Ifs were like hit or misses for me too. So
I mean, yeah.
I mean,
Captain
these
Marvel-
aren't. I mean, these aren't the best of the best of the best in any way.
Sure.
But I like Captain Marvel better.
There's
That's
a lot of
valid.
things about Captain Marvel that were just like really a letdown. Like the scenes where she's supposed to be really emotional fell right through. The connection between her and Nick Fury, It's like they were best buds because they were around at the same time. That's about it.
Well,
See, I don't know. I don't know. See, like
George Washington.
I mean,
Like,
if we hung out for a long time, maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know. See, to me, she was a military personnel. Now, maybe that wasn't like the best way to go for a movie, but she was a pilot. She was a captain. She was very much. I don't know. I don't know. Like, to me, every choice that was made fit for me for her character. For me,
That doesn't
So
make it an
I was fine with it.
entertaining character.
I liked her considerably
I
more
liked
in
it-
the Marvels.
Yes.
She had a bigger emotional range in the Marvels. Yes.
She had a stickotomy. It's where they pull the
Wow.
stick out of your butt.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, it's funnier if you just left it.
I'm gonna
Well,
vote
some of
for
our audience
Captain,
may not know.
That's on the audience.
Captain Marvel for me.
What if?
Interesting.
I also haven't seen What If.
What if?
Chris,
You- I
okay.
do wish they brought back James Spader for Ultron, though.
I say what if.
So Captain Marvel, What If? Jason's Captain Marvel. Britt?
Right.
What if?
There it is. Oh,
So
unless
what?
I know. What was I going to do?
Oh,
No, no,
you-
right.
I was hoping to have an easy choice. You could
Yeah.
just jump on with the winners.
I'm going to go what if.
there it is.
Oh
No, hang on. Let me.
He's already clicked.
What if?
Oh,
No, I'm kidding.
Huh.
yikes.
Wow.
All right. And now,
Sorry.
going back to the top, we have WandaVision versus Iron Man.
Wanda.
Iron Man.
I'd say Wanda.
I'm gonna say Iron.
Now, Josh, you talked about this a lot. You're a big Iron Man fan, but the first movie,
all three of the Iron Man movies are not the best part of Iron Man.
Mhm.
Like he works a lot better as a huge guest appearance.
And he was, I think, other than the Avengers movie, the best Iron Man was Spider-Man Iron Man.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But I
like
still,
Daddy Iron Man.
ugh.
Wow.
Even though this movie has Terrence Howard in it, I'm gonna pick Iron.
Tony.
Honestly, Iron Man's
My
That's
God.
how Terrence Howard talks.
Iron Man's one of those movies I can
Man.
go back and watch over and over again. I got to go
Yeah.
Iron Man. It's rewatchable.
Now I loved WandaVision.
Yeah.
But between the two of these, it's Iron Man for me.
Oh, it's Iron Man, hands down.
So 3 Iron Man. Oh no, you said Iron Man 2. So 4. So that's the.
No, it's Iron Man 1.
Shut up.
I knew it was gonna happen.
All right, this should be an easy one. Eternals versus Guardians.
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 The Eternals. I mean Guardians.
Guardians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't be that guy.
Ward.
This one's
All right,
hard.
next matchup: the original Avengers versus Black Panther.
Mm.
Mm.
Both.
Mm.
Wait a minute. Wait. Hang on. Which Black Panther were we at earlier?
The first one.
The one that is currently on the screen.
Oh, are we now into
we're
level
doing,
2?
Yeah, we're doing all of the
Mhm.
left side. That's just how the software works. Yeah.
Did you say we were in level 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
This is
Yeah.
embarrassing.
It's okay. It's your first day. We understand.
Ah.
I'm not really here apparently.
Yeah, he's already left.
So when Avengers versus what is it?
Black
Avengers
Panther.
versus
Panther.
Black Panther.
Avengers.
Yeah,
It's,
I mean,
it's Avengers.
Yeah.
we got 4, so it's
I think it is Avengers.
okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Avengers is where they proved that this idea would actually work.
Far from home.
Yeah.
yeah. Hawkeye
The-
versus
I
Far
mean,
From Home.
Yes,
Far
you are
From Home.
correct.
Far From Home.
Agree.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Far From Home.
The first
Yeah.
Avengers movie was very it was the first like, oh my god, they might not win.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
and,
and-
it was
and-
really and
but-
then they pulled it. It was good. It
But I
set
mean,
the
Or
It was-
they're going to lose somebody.
Mhm.
Yeah, and it was
Yeah.
also the like we everyone's doing it now, so we don't think about it anymore. But like, what would that have been? 13 years ago, 12 years ago? Like, no one had ever done all these movies come together,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and this has all of these people from all of these other movies that we told you to watch beforehand.
Right.
Like I said, now everyone's trying to do that,
Mhm.
but like no one had really done anything like that before. Like you'd had crossovers or spin-offs or whatever, but
Well, because so many had like Spider-Man was with Sony and X-Men was
Yeah.
over here and Fantastic Four was, so this was kind of the first time. Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
They said let's make our B team the A team. Essentially, that's what Marvel said. Let's make our B team the A team.
All right, our next matchup: Loki versus Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
I want to say
Loki.
even though I've never
Loki.
seen any one of these, but Loki.
Mhm. Loki.
Okay. Sadly, I have to go Loki as well. Loki was solid. All
Plus
right,
the ending. Ooh.
now we have Iron Man versus Guardians of the Galaxy.
Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Jason, did you say Iron Man?
Yep.
So we're 1-1.
We got two-
I would say
we're two-
Guardians.
We're 2-1. I said
I'm
Iron
gonna
Man.
say Guardian.
Iron Man is fun to watch, but its biggest strong suit, which is that everyone could just improvise and say whatever they wanted to, as long as it loosely followed the script, is also why once you take away that charm of just Robert Downey Jr. being Robert Downey Jr., movie's fine. Like it,
But it has the charm of Robert Downey Jr. being Robert Downey Jr.
yeah.
I mean, it's not like I'm going to watch it without Robert Downey Jr. That's not an option.
I'm just saying that, like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like Guardians had more actual style because you can't have a huge style if everyone is improving the entire time.
Right.
So, like, Guardians had real style. I don't know, significantly more vibrant, had its own flavor. I don't know. Guardians. I just feel like Guardians is a better movie.
Yeah.
I don't see.
Okay, fine.
It's
Guardians.
a better like beginner movie to characters.
It had a bigger. What's the word I'm looking for?
Zhuzh.
It was
Well,
more.
I mean, it was a galaxy versus a planet.
Shut up! It was grander scale.
It
Everything was
was
bigger.
extremely well thought out as far as like filming process and
Yeah.
vibrancy and the characters. I mean, Iron Man has such a huge nostalgia. You automatically want to say Iron Man because it started the whole thing. But when you sit back and you really look at it, at least for me, Guardians. I mean, Iron Man was entertaining, but Guardians for me, like when I rewatch that one, I'm literally laughing
Yeah.
at
Same.
some of the ridiculousness.
So you can never take away from me and I know I've said it on this channel. I know it. Sitting in the theater and feeling exhilarated the first time Iron Man took flight.
Well, yeah, and it's
You can't
still
take that
awesome.
away from me.
Well, yeah, the first
You
time he took
can't-
flight.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't do that with every movie. Not every movie commands that type of emotional investment. Guardians of the Galaxy was fun, but I didn't have that kind of investment with it. Also, when you talk about the grander scale, you talk about Guardians of the Galaxy having not only to live up to the Marvel expectation at that point, but you also have to integrate it into the Marvel universe and all these other things. And then you've got this behemoth of the Marvel factory behind it. With Iron Man, it was a hip shot. It was a Hail Mary. Let's see if this works. And it was carried by the actors. Like the effects were practical almost. I mean, you had special effects, of course, you had computer graphics, but it was carried by the story and the actors. And this goes back to my mantra: give me a good story and good acting. That's going to win over anything. And to me, that's what Iron Man has over Guardians of the Galaxy.
So I would
I
say
get
but
your
kind of like the
point.
vice versa, because like the Guardians in the comic books are like C-level characters.
Mhm.
Well, so was Iron Man.
And then, but like, then you'd have to make, after the Iron Man run, you'd have to make these characters matter to someone.
Well, they had to do that with Iron Man.
Well, you have like 4 different characters that you have to deal with instead of just one character that you have the whole movie to deal with.
Not to mention
They-
you're
they took-
integrating
they-
it at that point into
Yeah, your
a very
integration into
well-known
the whole
system.
universe, like, and making all these 4 characters matter.
It makes sense.
Be into the scheme of the whole universe.
So let's go ahead and clarify this, because this actually changes my opinion of the of my selection. Is the game which MCU movie is the best movie, or is it which is the best MCU movie?
For me,
'Cause there's a
I'm picking
difference.
better movie.
That is it.
I'm picking better movie.
That's what I was doing as well. Or which one I liked more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that-
going back,
yeah,
going
that-
back to your reasoning from the last thing we did, just whatever you personally thought was best.
Guardians is factually a better film. It's Guardians.
I like when Josh is like, he's like, when I say things that are factual, they are factual. Guardians is factually a better film,
Like, you don't
which
need to
makes
Google.
people like, oh, Josh is right because he
Well,
said it's factually.
Like-
That's
like-
kind of my outlook. That's kind of the outlook that I'm using in my brain for this as well. Is like what I think is the better film. Like
Yeah, like if
film.
we were scoring these, which would you score higher?
Well, did
Yeah.
I do that already?
Iron
So,
Man.
I'm going to pick Guardians of the Galaxy, but can we talk about how sassy Iron Man looks right now? Like, I'm Iron Man. Okay.
So-
Plus, he had that early 2000s feathered hair.
It's June, y'all.
So we're going Guardians.
Guardian.
All right. All right. The
Right, so apparently I'm not as persuasive as I thought I was.
no, you had a
Okay.
good speech. It just
Fell
sorry.
flat.
Oh no, I agreed with you. It just wasn't enough to outweigh my own opinion. Sorry.
All right, so what's next?
The Avengers versus Spider-Man: Far From Home.
So factually, Avengers was a better movie.
I don't think it was, though.
Yeah.
I
don't think so was.
don't think it was.
Like, Far From Home is a heck of a movie.
I came out of
It
Far
is,
From
yeah.
Home, and I told like multiple people that is what Spider-Man should be in film. It's
Yeah.
a fantastic Spider-Man film.
Yes.
The first time he won, did the things and was swinging.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that.
Can't replicate that. Far From Home next.
All right. All right. Loki versus What If.
Loki.
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 All right.
The waffle.
Unanimous. Now we have Guardians of the Galaxy versus Spider-Man Far From Home.
Far From
Far From Home.
Far
Spider-Man
From
Far From
Home.
Home.
Aw. You had a good run, Guardians.
It did.
It lasted longer than it should have.
All right. This should be
Ooh.
getting us down into our final four. So the first two entering our final four. We have Spider-Man Far From Home versus Loki.
Far From Home.
Yeah, it's
Hoo-ah.
Mm.
Hoo-ah.
Just as a Spidey fan, I got to go Spider-Man.
Can
But
you imagine Al Pacino in Marvel as a superhero?
God.
Can you imagine that? Nick Fury.
yeah, I got to go Spider-Man Far From Home. But Loki is obviously solid. So
I
don't
have
know.
to go
Let's say-
Loki because of personal preferences. I love
That's a
Spider-Man
story.
Far From
Wow.
Home.
I say
Yeah.
Loki.
So I like how Loki ended up, but I felt the beginning of the second season was rough.
Yeah,
For
it
me
really
anyway.
was.
So and compared against, so it doesn't matter how many episodes you have to consider the story as a whole to what we have right now. So Spider-Man this is Far From Home, right?
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay, making sure I'm on the right one this time. Okay. That is it was consistently good across, from beginning to end for me. So I'm gonna have to pick. So even though I felt Loki was better, had a great end and an important end, I'm gonna go with Spider-Man Far From Home.
Okay. So did anyone have a vote for Loki?
Me.
Brit did.
Brit did.
For personal
Was
reasons.
that Christian as well?
Christian.
Yes.
Brit and Christian.
So
Aw, Christian.
did you go Spider-Man?
Yeah.
You went Spider-Man?
Spider-Man.
So we're 4-2.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boonerman.
All right. So that gives Spider-Man Far From Home
It shows.
our first entry into the final two. So Spider-Man Far From Home will be entering into the finals. Before we get into this second round, thoughts on the first round? Any surprises to you guys?
I don't remember. It was so long ago.
A bunch of people at home were probably like when you announced who made it to the end. Have to imagine half of them thought, well, yeah. And the other half thought must have been nothing in that first half.
Well, yeah, there were some surprise.
It's like Alabama's schedule.
Yeah.
There wasn't much in the way of contenders.
There were some bangers in the first round. We had What If, we had Loki, we had the first Avengers film, we had Black Panther, the original Iron Man, Guardians of the Galaxy. It's like some really solid picks that first round.
But
But
sadly, Black Panther did not go far.
oh,
It went.
It went up against it ended up going against top tier contenders early on.
Didn't we put that was a S tier movie though, wasn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
And it went
Mhm.
up against another S tier movie,
Yeah.
though.
went up against the Avengers. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I voted.
Our science works.
Yeah.
yeah.
Factually.
So Spider-Man Far From Home in the final
It's science. It's pronounced science.
beat out
No,
Loki.
it's-
So all right. So yeah, Spider-Man Far From Home
Spider-Man
is in the final two.
Far
So
From Home.
which movie or television show will it go up against, and who will end up being the victor? We will decide in this episode. So diving right in. Dive on in.
Dive on in.
Thank you.
I'm
Let's do
thinking. I'm thinking he's going to give against.
What is the dive on in? What is that?
It's from American Dad. It's one
Oh.
TV show.
Every time we say dive in, we're going to start putting
Dive on in. Roger.
Roger on.
Wait. So I thought Rick and Morty was the greatest American or the greatest show.
No, not even close.
Actually, I do love Rick and Morty.
Yeah, but
I mean, I
factually.
kind of know Josh.
Hugh
Well,
Jackman played himself.
We
Well,
Got a
else
new
is it gonna
game.
play?
I'm sorry. Corey's about to lose his. Hang on. Let's just go.
Take control. I keep telling you, you have to just talk.
Bob's
We're gonna
Burgers
get it.
versus Rick and Morty.
Bob's Burgers, 100% all day.
All right. So first round in this second half of the bracket, we have
We have a sideshow going
Grayson,
here.
shut up.
There you go, Corey.
Ant-Man and the Wasp versus Echo.
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 Ant-Man.
Interesting.
I never saw Echo.
It was okay.
It was really.
That's what
I enjoyed
everyone
it.
said.
What's it about?
I really
It was about
enjoyed it.
I forget her name, the deaf character from Hawkeye.
Echo.
Well, obviously Echo, but the actress's name.
Oh yeah, what was her name?
Tilda Swinton.
No, it doesn't matter. No, it was
It doesn't
fine.
matter,
It was
Corey.
it was a fine show.
Hilary Swank.
The story was kind of meh, but as far as like just quality, it was fine. Nothing to write home about.
Yeah, they definitely have to explain the ending
Yeah.
because
It hurt itself by dropping all at once. So like there was not a lot of talk about it week to week. So it kind of gotten forgot about pretty fast. But
Mhm.
Ant-Man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know it was out.
yeah, like this was the last. So Echo, as of this recording, is the most recent MCU thing.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought the character was really cool.
I'm going Ant-Man the Wasp not Quantumania. Ant-Man the Wasp.
Ant-Man the Wasp Quantumania.
If it was Quantumania, no.
Yeah.
But just the original Ant-Man the Wasp.
Yes.
So what's everyone's vote?
Ant-Man.
Echo.
Ant-Man.
I'm going Ant-Man too.
There's 2 Echoes.
2 Echoes, 3 Ant-Mans.
Echo. 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 Echo.
I'll go Ant-Man.
I'll go Ant-Man. All right.
Sometimes I feel Josh just picks things to spite me.
All right. We have Shang-Chi versus Moon Knight.
Shang-Chi.
Bro, I'll tell you what.
Shang-Chi, yeah.
Moon Knight did it
Yeah.
for me.
It was hit and miss for me.
Looks like a Mortal Kombat.
Some episodes were awesome. Some were
The
meh.
parts it did well, it
Yeah.
did really well. And the parts that were very meh were very meh.
Mhm.
We reviewed
And
it. We reviewed it on this show. I forget what we gave it though.
and it even did the Marvel thing where like the bad guy fight comes out of nowhere and then it's just over.
Yeah.
Right.
Like it really had no narrative resolution other than the bad guy lost.
It did like a speedy wrap up.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, we're done.
Run out of money. Ah!
Yeah.
and
Otherwise-
time. Money and time.
Otherwise known as Games of Throning.
So Moon Knight was actually one of the first things we ever reviewed on this show.
I think we gave it a good score, but looking back,
That was when it was just Josh, Jason, and myself. I'm not sure why I went to Sean Connery like that. Josh gave it a 3, Jason a 3.5, and I was at a 4, so a 3.5.
Oh, okay, no, then I voted on it the way I should have.
Mhm.
3 out of 5 is about right.
So Shang-Chi, right?
Yeah, Shang-Chi.
All right.
Also, bring my boy Shang-Chi back.
For real.
Right?
He ain't
Right.
doing nothing else.
There is a sequel apparently being worked on. They're trying
He's been in like
Yeah.
5 movies since that he did Shang-Chi.
Ooh,
Wow.
here we go. Iron Man 2 versus Avengers Endgame. I mean,
Bruh.
come on.
Avengers End.
Bruh.
Hello.
Oh my god! It randomly put Endgame and Infinity War in the same bracket set.
Well, I think we'll
Wow.
Probably.
win there.
Wow.
So no
Big.
votes for Iron Man 2.
No.
0.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on.
Move on. Jason has somewhere to be.
Okay. Is it, which one is this? Is it just the original?
chop, chop, chop.
Yeah,
Okay.
original
original.
Thor versus the Marvels.
Thor.
The Marvel.
I'm going to Marvels.
Oh,
I like how
Thor.
they like, we need one more person in this poster. Samuel Jackson in the back.
Yeah. I got to go the Marvels. I loved it.
Mm.
I had more.
yeah.
Watching-
The Marvels. I'm gonna go with the Marvels.
I think I'm
on
gonna
this
go
one
with
as well.
Marvels too. Marvels.
I'm going with Thor. Staying with Thor. I enjoyed Thor.
So the Marvels, we had quite a few of us on that review.
Wait.
All of us were pretty solid. We gave it a 4.38.
Yeah, I
That
remember
feels right.
liking it. Yeah.
My opinion is not actually soured on it.
It got way too much hate for no reason.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong. Like, I don't know. It was not perfect. There were definitely things I would have done differently, but it also had the benefit of being the first MCU movie in a while, where at the end, I was kind of like, I was a little,
It was short.
Well,
yeah.
first off, yeah, it was short, but like, it was the first time at an MCU movie I had that feeling again of, ooh, it's about to get good. Ooh, it's about to get good. Like, those were good teasers. It ended well, but yeah, it did just kind of wrap up.
Yeah, it was like an hour and 38 minutes long or something.
Yeah,
that.
like you
It was
can
short.
rocket through it.
Another one where like the bad guy was easily defeated.
I don't even remember what the bad guy was.
It was a water stealer. Water thief.
Anyway, so
And I think that if Kenneth Branagh gave me another freaking Dutch angle in Thor, I was gonna throw up.
Okay.
Wow.
I mean,
Well,
the entire like half the movie, I'm like sitting there going, "God dang, I should have drank my V8."
Goodness.
For all those who don't know the reference, there were commercials where
Yeah,
the
yeah,
V8 people were walking sideways
Yeah, we
until
got
they ate the drink. Okay,
okay. So we're going to Marvel.
Please don't pick the Marvel.
Okay. Oh, okay. Avengers: Age of Ultron versus Thor:
Age of
Love and
Ultron.
Thunder.
Age of Ultron.
Age of Ultron.
So no love for Love and
No.
I have seen
Sadly, Natalie Portman.
Hemsworth doesn't even like Thor.
Yeah,
though.
right.
Yeah.
I have seen
Yeah.
those.
Go watch Age of Ultron. It's okay. All right. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 versus Wakanda Forever.
Sadly, I would pick Volume 3.
Both of these tugged at my heartstrings
Yes.
so hard.
Black Panther wasn't even in Wakanda Forever.
Wow.
Yes, she was.
I still think they picked the wrong character to become the Black Panther, though. I think it should have been Nakoya. Nakoya? Is that her name?
His
The
wife,
character
right?
name?
His wife?
Well,
Yeah,
Or
or his girlfriend. His
his baby mama.
Yeah.
Nakia?
Nakia. Anyway,
She should have
that
been.
character.
Yes.
Yes, she should have ended up being the Black Panther. But
I do agree they picked the wrong one,
Anyway.
but
Like Namor was a fantastic bad guy.
Yeah,
Isn't
was
he in
good.
trouble
He was
now in
very
life?
good.
In real life?
Yeah, he did something. He shook
Yeah.
someone. Or,
Oh God. Come on.
Yeah, he's not coming back.
why are all the MCU bad guys actually bad people?
it's like art or life imitating art.
Well, I'm voting Volume 3, Guardians.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
both.
Yeah.
but,
Guardians.
like both of these are S tier for me.
I'm gonna vote for Angela Bassett's speech
Yes.
more than I will Wakanda Forever.
Didn't she win the Oscar? Did she? No, she was.
She got nominated.
She got
for-
snubbed, bro.
Yes. She was
Yeah.
so. If you watch, she didn't change expressions because she knew she wasn't gonna win it. I forgot who won it.
She had that
forget
Angela
too.
Bassett
Something-
face.
Jamie Lee
Oh,
Curtis.
is it Jamie Lee Curtis?
That's right.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Jamie Lee Curtis, I think, gave her credit in the speech, her speech, or whatever.
She was having none of it.
She because that was, I mean, I think she's been nominated only one time before that. But like everyone's like, why doesn't Angela Bassett have a Oscar? I almost said Tony. And everybody was like, she's gonna win this one because that scene by itself was enough. But she didn't. She was very upset.
So what's the votes here?
Guardians.
Guardian.
I'm voting for
Guardians.
So it sounds like more Guardians. So Guardians. All right, we have Thor Ragnarok versus Black Widow.
Ragnarok.
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 I love that poster.
Right? I kind of want that poster.
It's so
man.
vibrant.
It looks like the movie sounded.
Yes, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
I can't explain why you're right.
It's my birthday.
Any votes for Black Widow? Did we review?
I wanted to like Black Widow so much. I wanted it to be better than it was.
I did
yes,
so
that's,
much.
That's the best way you.
Mostly for Scarlett Johansson.
Their whole second
honestly.
act lasted way too long.
Yeah.
That's
There
pretty
was
much it.
not enough of the Crimson,
Chin.
whatever his.
Wait, so this came out after she died in the
Correct.
movie, right?
Correct.
It was
Spoilers,
super
everybody.
late.
Why didn't they do this
You've had
before?
like 5 years,
Right? If it had come out like phase 2, phase 3, it would have been so much better.
It would have been better. It
And
would've
this
been
was
so
like
much
in the
better.
theater too, right? This
Yeah.
wasn't a.
This was during COVID.
That's right. I haven't seen either one of these, so I don't care.
You haven't seen Ragnarok?
No, I have not seen any
You-
Thors except for the
Wow.
first.
You should watch Ragnarok. It's really good.
Yeah, it's good.
I
It's
just had
so
a Patreon
fun.
idea.
Yes.
I have
Nick
been
watches
telling you
Marvel.
Guys, look,
Okay,
I have
okay,
told
I've been
you
okay.
saying
so
for a
many
very long
times.
time.
Whoa.
Sorry, go ahead.
Nick really wants to do that, so
No, it's
Yeah.
not even that I want to. It's content.
we're going to do it. Here we go.
Yeah, it
Uh,
is good content. And Nick was right.
The first
Sorry.
Doctor Strange versus Avengers Infinity War.
Infinity War.
Doctor Strange.
Doctor
Infinity
Strange is
War.
very good, very very good.
Doctor Strange.
But Infinity War is better.
You're not going Infinity War.
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange was fantastic.
I love that Marvel started
Infinity
doing
War.
the Star Wars bad guy looming in the back thing.
Mhm.
I like they started doing that.
There's a Dragon Ball Z poster that looks just like that.
It's 100%.
Oof.
So, okay, raise of hands, show of hands. Who's going Doctor Strange? We got one. I might be there too. I need someone to convince me.
No, Avengers is the better.
How about the other Doctor Strange person?
Wait, who was the second one?
Wait,
If we have to pick a
You-
Doctor Strange movie, it's not the first one. Well, actually, it's the first one. I don't think about it. But if Infinity War,
I think I'm going Doctor Strange, but it doesn't win because I think you guys are afforded to.
Yeah, I mean, we were already outvoted.
democracy.
Yeah.
Infinity War.
Managed democracy.
All right. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier versus Spider-Man Homecoming.
the Falcon and the
Homecoming?
Soldier.
Homecoming.
That was TV, right?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
It was okay.
It was proof of my theory that the TV shows were going to be important for you to watch, but not actually, because like at the very end of the show, everyone is kind of where you thought they were at
Going into
the next one. So like it was essential, but also not really.
Mhm.
And I was just like, they're gonna do it in a way where if you don't watch that show, you still know what's happening,
Mhm.
Mhm.
because they're not going to count on people watching the television shows. That's supplemental.
Mhm.
So
And also, they released it at a time where we still weren't able to go outside for very long.
Yeah, this was the first MCU Disney Plus show.
Yep.
So it was like, yeah,
and it-
if you're going to be
and it
home,
felt like it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
might as well watch.
It felt like
Yeah.
And it felt like it. Like I mean,
there-
it's still good, but
I'm going to pick Homecoming just for the twist of Michael Keaton in the
being the dad,
yeah.
even though Jason
Yeah.
says he knew that.
And his mom
I know.
saw it
No,
coming.
damn it! I
His
told
mom
you
saw
again.
it
I've
coming.
never said that I knew that.
His mom did.
God dang. Christian said he knew
Yeah.
saw it coming.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anyway,
Fuck.
Brittany, you've been pretty quiet on a bunch of these. What are you like? Are you have some thoughts? Are you just enjoying the ride, or what?
Honestly, I'm
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the crap show.
Okay.
Um,
Like I'm,
Us yelling at each other.
Honestly, I mean, because there are a few things that, I mean, obviously, like Loki in the last episode, that I prefer and disagree with people on, but for the most part, I'm on the same page as a lot of you guys. So,
Yeah.
it's,
All right. Oh, this is going to have some interesting opinions. So, Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness versus Secret Invasion.
Multiverse of
I like
Madness.
Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah,
Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
Okay, I was kind of hoping for a little bit more of a fight, but that's fine.
Sorry.
Okay.
What even
No,
is
Secret Invasion just sucks.
Secret
that
Invasion,
hard.
it
Like,
was-
I mean, they both suck,
last
but Secret
episode ruined
Invasion
it.
it
sucked
could have
more.
been so much more.
The last episode ruined it
what was
They
it? Who
killed
was
Aunt
the-
Robin for no reason.
for no reason. But she was collecting that check the entire show.
Yeah, no, she was in the credits, opening credits,
Featured guest.
every
Colby's mom.
episode.
It was,
Who was
it,
invading
the scrolls.
quietly?
Secret.
it tied into the Captain Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Oh,
But it should have been so much
And
fun.
yet Captain Marvel wasn't in it.
They had so much potential to make it a great show.
Mhm.
Like the Winter Soldier levels of awesome. They just didn't do it.
Like they teased espionage so hard.
Yeah.
During the trailers.
None of it.
None of it. None of it.
None of it.
None
And
of
they
it.
made Nick Fury a bit of a puss.
They did. Anyway,
And then by the end of
also-
and the point was for him to get back to not being that by the end of the show. But by the end of the show,
he was back right where he started.
still kind of felt like
Yeah.
he was where he was at.
Also, Rhodey,
Yeah, that was crap.
like people blew up about that.
We still
Also,
haven't heard
like
more about
really
that.
ambiguous crap. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
don't
anyway.
know.
Yeah, it was trash.
point is,
I think I ended up saying I was okay with it, but it was trash. All right.
Secret Invasion. So.
Ant-Man and the Wasp versus Shang-Chi.
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 All right, easy one. Avengers and Endgame versus the Marvels. I mean, come on. Come on.
End game.
So Endgame.
Endgame.
Yep.
It's going to be hard to beat Endgame. All right. Age of Ultron versus Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Volume 3.
Yeah,
I
I
feel
mean,
like Age of Ultron is better, even though I haven't seen it. I've seen neither one of these.
it was...
Volume 3.
There is a small portion of me that wants to argue hard that Age of Ultron is actually really good.
I just don't like it. I don't know why.
I don't know.
Like, it just does not compare to the other ones. I
What
just
was
don't know
this one
why.
after Age of Ultron?
Age of Ultron was after.
It was the second one. It was after...
Avengers.
I just, I guess I want everyone to know that Age of Ultron is just high up on my list. So,
Well, you like James Spader.
Jane Spader.
I mean, yeah, but
Robert
yeah,
California.
no, volume 3 is better.
Yes, I agree.
You're voting for
Yeah.
James Spader, not the movie.
Yeah,
Like I voted for Angela Bassett.
I mean, he's just so good.
yeah.
Again, this is going to go back to our character. I think our character
Yeah.
Yeah.
competition. Yeah.
Like that is one of the big MCU villains that I wish they would bring back, and I really want it. I mean, only if James Spader will come back and do it again.
He was a machine thing, right?
Yeah,
They're gonna-
but it was such a good character and so interesting. And it kind of sucks that movie had such a large proportion of action, because I feel like we didn't get as much character.
That's what I don't like about it.
Yeah.
The actual Ultron character.
Well, because
happens so fast.
one of the only criticisms of the original Avengers movie was that they spent not enough time as the superheroes fighting. It's the same criticism that Batman versus Superman got. They weren't in costume very much. So I feel like when Age of Ultron came around, they really leaned heavy into the action, because this is the big team up movie. If it's not spectacle, what are we doing? So, yeah, no, Age of Ultron is my favorite MCU villain, period.
Yeah.
So I wish he could come back.
Well, we have Thor Ragnarok versus Avengers Infinity War.
Infinity War.
I
I'm gonna go with Ragnarok.
I might go with Ragnarok, yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I was like,
So see, this
Same.
show is making me have feelings. So
Oh no!
because, well, no, I've just never thought about it this deeply before. Because I've always said to everyone that like Infinity War is factually better than Endgame,
I agree.
I agree also.
which you would immediately think that means Infinity War is the best one, like best movie or whatever. And then it's like, I don't know, because Ragnarok was pretty darn good. And I would feel bad if I said Infinity War was better than Ragnarok, because fundamentally I don't think it was. So
just go with Ragnarok.
yeah,
Infinity War.
Ragnarok.
I'm kind of tied, which is kind of against the whole point of this thing.
yeah, I'm really torn.
What were you hearing by the remoties? What are you guys saying?
Brett said Thor.
I
Yeah.
said Ragnarok, and then
Yeah.
you agreed with me.
Yeah, I think Ragnarok.
So Britt said Thor as well.
hmm
So all the same.
Ragnarok's probably my favorite Marvel movie, to be honest.
Cool. Okay.
So
So did anyone say Infinity War?
Yeah.
Nick?
Nietzsche.
But you haven't seen Ragnarok, so
Yeah, but I mean, just Avengers or the Infinity War to me does a really good job with peril. Obviously, it's kind of the point of it.
Yeah.
And like things get compared to it now.
Yeah.
Like in a context where a bad guy, they put a good guy or the good team in so much peril that it seems as though they can't overcome it, or they need a whole bunch of help with that. Then you would say, well, they just got Infinity War or whatever. Like it's become a verb. So I that's how deep this movie went with a lot of people, and I think it's a perfect movie for peril and setting up an ultimate answer to that. That's why. I mean, I've not seen Ragnarok, but I think it's the perfect kind of movie to set up for what came after it.
Yeah.
So that's why I say Infinity War.
super valid.
well, you're wrong.
Oh.
I'm not.
Wow.
Damn, I'm
Thank
sorry.
you for pouring your heart and soul out into your discussion. For Coy to only say K as
K. K period.
K. I'm saying K, just to be clear. K.
All right. So now we have Spider-Man Homecoming versus Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Homecoming.
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 I loved Multiverse.
I did
but
too.
Homecoming.
I did too. But Homecoming.
I like that mountain fell on her. That was funny.
That's what I thought was high comedy. Yes.
Yeah, it just went with the mountain.
So Homecoming.
Yep.
All right.
Disagree.
All right. We have Shang-Chi versus Avengers Endgame.
Mm,
I'm going to need to hear opinions before I make up.
I mean, that bus scene was crazy.
right? That's like the hallway scene from Daredevil.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I need to hear opinions.
I know.
I'm going to say, for me, Endgame was the culmination of Marvel to that point.
They should have just.
And I think it was so well crafted and so well constructed that it was the perfect cherry on the Marvel parfait. and I think For me, given how that all worked out, that's going to be the better one. So I'm going to pick Endgame.
I don't like cherries. Don't go on parfaits. You want like blueberries or blackberries or strawberries,
Okay.
not cherries.
So this is what you're going to argue is
Yeah.
the fruit.
Cherries are going like
Because you're wrong.
Sundays.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that are like a pie.
So when I think back to what I
Are
was
you
most-
not imagining? Are you not imagining like the little single cherry
No,
that goes on the top?
that goes in a drink like an old fashioned.
You're thinking of a Sunday, not a.
I know what I'm thinking about. I know precisely what I'm saying. Don't tell me what I'm thinking. Hoo-ah.
So when I think back to what I was most entertained by, it was definitely Endgame. Like Shang-Chi was awesome, but Endgame.
Yeah.
I would say Shang-Chi, but the downfall for me for that one would be that they leaned a lot into the lore,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, yeah, we get it, cool.
You know what? That's exactly my feelings.
And it just kept going right back to it, other than talking about the rings and
Mm-hmm.
where they might have come from, things like that. I'm like, cool, let's talk about the rings, but it just never happened. But like overall, it's still a really entertaining movie.
Sure.
Yeah.
Shang-Chi is probably one of the best solo films,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, like, that's hard to compare to the Avengers,
Mhm.
especially that Avengers, because it's literally all of the Avengers.
All of them.
Yeah.
All of them.
So,
You went solo on that. All of them. Right.
so no, yeah, so no, it's. I mean, it's
No.
Avengers. Like, it just.
All right. Real quick, Nick
Mhm.
Nick and everybody else who was a naysayer.
What?
Yeah,
I haven't even voted yet.
go do a Google search for
Did you
cherry.
literally
Oh.
just look this up right
Just
now?
go parfaits with cherry on top,
Why not?
and there's
Did
plenty.
did you literally
Get a
use this time where we are deliberating on Marvel Legends to go to Google and look at a
Get 'em, Brittany.
bleeping cherry for a
She just spooked
parfait
herself.
to prove a point?
Yes,
I'm not going to let him prove the point though, because I'm not looking it up.
Okay. Well,
I'm just
anyways,
saying.
I think that Endgame, as
I
far
think Endgame's
as a story and everything, I think it kind of encompasses everything that it needed to, and it was a great movie. So Endgame.
yes, Brittany, I concur. Even though you can go skip rocks
What's
about
next?
your parfait
What's
comments.
next, Corey? What's next?
All right, thank you. So we have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 versus Thor Ragnarok.
Ragnarok.
Volume 3.
I agree, Volume 3.
Yes.
So we got 3.
Yes to what?
Yeah.
That volume 3.
So 3 Guardians, 1 Thor.
Ragnarok.
I guess I'll
Oh,
go
yeah.
with
Two
Brittany
Thors.
since she defended me. I'll say Ragnarok.
Oh, crap. That means we're tied.
Yep.
Oh, well.
Flip a coin.
Convince me. I've not seen either one of them.
Rock, paper, scissors,
Flip a
shoot.
coin.
Nope, convince me.
Nah, I can go with Ragnarok.
What?
Listen,
Oh.
Ragnarok is like you get on a roller coaster ride, and then you just sit
Yeah.
back and you just
I mean,
it's just
yeah,
like
The story
Oh,
that
no,
came-
we get it. Rocket's sad. So,
Also, it's got Jeff Goldblum in it, and the movie finds a way. So,
But the story in Guardians was so good.
Is it because it was sad?
Rocket's sad.
I didn't think it was that good. I
Even-
think
even
Guardians
that
3
guy
is
was
severely overrated.
Hold on.
I
You're
gotta-
overrated.
I gotta
think
look up to
that
see
it-
if
I
Jason
thought-
is talking out of his ass.
I thought the story
Jason.
was great,
Right.
but Ragnarok's a really fun ride.
It is. But also, Jason gave Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 a 5 out of 5.
Yeah, okay. And I'm just saying, in retrospect, I can
Wow. Lord.
saying harsh words today and different words tomorrow. Emerson, some quote. Okay, but
Wow.
I can't remember the quote. But it's like you could say whatever the hell you want one day and say something different the next, and screw what everybody else says. Anyway, I thinking back on Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, it was, I don't know. It just isn't one of those things where I'm like, oh, that was so great, I want to watch it again. I'm just like, Ragnarok I could watch over and over. And
See,
over.
I felt that about all the Guardians movies. Just like, It was for a
Yeah.
very specific kind of Marvel fan, and that is not me.
I mean, yeah, they
Yeah.
did. I can. Fine. I
That's
mean, Thor's
fair. I
already
mean,
won. You guys have already.
I mean, some people don't like Guardians for that reason, and that's totally valid. Like, people when
yeah.
they're watching like Marvel movies, they very much want like in-game feelings and stuff. So when you watch Guardians, it's got a different cadence. So
But
Sometimes it's just too
but-
goofy. Like,
but-
I get it, Star-Lord, you're funny. Haha. Can you shoot something now?
No,
Usually he does.
He was also pretty sad in that movie.
yeah,
Well,
yeah,
Everyone was sad.
Thor Ragnarok. All right, Spider-Man: Homecoming
Cool.
versus a first-round bye of Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
Samuel Jackson looks.
Winter Soldier.
Yeah, Winter Soldier.
Is this a movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really good
It's
movie.
probably
It's-
the best
Probably
one.
the best
Yeah.
movie.
yeah, it's one of those ones that are singled out as not only is it a good Marvel movie, but a good spy movie.
When did it
like,
come out?
in its own genre?
When,
Yeah.
when was this?
It looks like-
April 4th, 2014.
Yeah.
What? Oh,
Is that what's on the poster?
I was like,
I
what?
was gonna say, wow, he sounds so.
Count these toothpicks.
Actually, it came out.
Oh
God.
I'll watch it. I have never seen it. I guess I thought no. What's the Falcon and the Winter Soldiers, the TV show?
Yes.
So the same guys that made this one ended up making Infinity War and Endgame.
The
So
Yeah.
Russo brothers.
the Russo brothers, yeah, very solid movie.
Spider-Man.
Winter Soldier.
Because
Winter Soldier.
I gotta go.
Winter Soldier.
Yeah, you'll be flabbergasted.
It's fantastic.
Flabble guy.
Ooh, that's a fun word.
Fantastic.
That's a good word.
I was gonna say gobsmacked, but
All
I mean,
right.
maybe
You'll
that'll
really,
work too,
you'll
yeah.
really like it. You'll really like it if you watch it. It's really, really good.
Well, let's watch it. I'm not gonna watch it by myself. I haven't watched it by myself in 10 years. So I
All right. Well, there you go.
No personal rush there.
All right. We have Endgame versus Thor Ragnarok.
Mm.
Endgame.
I'm gonna say Endgame.
Hmm. I'm sorry this is doing this to you, Josh.
I'm really
Well,
upset.
they both have their merits.
They do.
What are you upset about?
We're getting into the final round.
Britt, why are you upset?
because I really like both of these.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, they're very solid
Concur, yeah.
films.
They are. Mm-hmm.
But it just
Ragnarok
depends
is
on
like
if
the
like
end game. Sorry, go ahead.
it just depends on like if I want to be like, oh, it's Ragnarok, or if I want to be like, oh, it's Endgame.
That is, yes.
So Ragnarok is like Viking in game, right?
Kind of.
yeah,
Kind of.
Yeah.
That is not an unfair thing to say.
Gladiator Endgame. Yeah.
but hello,
Yeah.
Mm.
Ugh.
Hello.
One of
Hello.
my favorite
Oh my
cosplays
God,
of
yeah.
all time.
Oh
Is-
yeah.
It's a hell of a good
Hella.
time.
She's one of my favorite
Oh, Hela?
cosplays. Yeah.
She
I
don't-
felt
That,
so-
that one was pretty
Kate
awesome.
I felt so cool when
No.
I was wearing that.
Hey,
Listen.
Blanchett.
Blanchett. That one.
Is she going with the spikes back there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, she a baddie.
All right. I need some votes.
In game.
End game.
That's three in games.
I
I'm
guess
gonna
Endgame.
say I'm
Four
gonna stay
in-games.
with I'll be an odd one and stay with Ragnarok just because
4 in games, 1 Ragnarok.
it's
You also-
okay.
Jason?
I said in game.
I thought
Right off
No,
the
so we
bat.
had an Endgame.
I
Okay.
thought you were frozen. You were
Yeah.
so still.
Nope.
Oh, then he was.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Endgame's one. I just don't know what I would vote for.
Well, we need to know. Just because we already know which way it's going to go doesn't mean that your vote isn't valid. We care, Corey.
We also need to
God.
know if you're one of us.
I think I'm going Endgame.
Gooba Gabba.
Endgame.
I'll be the odd one out. It's fine.
All right.
You generally are.
That means that this is going into their final four.
I'll snap.
Yes.
Semifinals.
So the semifinals, we have Endgame versus the Winter Soldier.
I
Mm.
feel like we know what's winning.
In
Yeah,
game.
the Winter
Mm.
Soldier.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm going to pick Winter Soldier.
I'm going Winter Soldier as well.
That's 4.
Like
I know, but I want to hear the other votes. I want to hear the
I
other
literally
votes.
watched that the other day.
It's I want to hear the votes.
They made Captain America cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, the black suit was.
Oh, is Britt
pretty
going
fire.
Winter Soldier as well?
Yeah.
All right.
I am.
Nick, you gotta go watch that.
He's like,
I'm
Nick is
thinking-
like, I've
I'm
told
not
you
thinking
this.
by myself. It's
Yeah, we
okay.
gotta watch it together.
Yeah.
He's like, damn it, put me on the Patreon, guys. I've already told you this.
Next
All
time I
right.
come visit Nick, we'll have a movie
Let's do it.
thing and we'll watch just like a bunch of Marvel movies. Because some of these, like, I haven't seen since they came out. So I have to, like, go back into the cobwebs of my very small brain and pull out the synopsis that I have in my head. So,
Word.
Someone with a small brain could not say synopsis correctly and use it correctly. You're
listen,
good.
I
You're
had to
golden.
concentrate really hard just now, if we're all being completely honest. So it's fine.
All right, we are in the finals. So, in the final four, it was Spider-Man Far From Home beating out Loki, and then we had Endgame losing to the Winter Soldier. So now in the final two, we have Spider-Man Far From Home versus Captain America, the Winter Soldier, both of which were their second movies in their respective trilogies.
No, look at that.
That's unusual too.
Yeah.
Because usually the second movie is weak. For a trilogy.
Winter
Thor
Soldier.
Wow.
Yeah,
Winter
one
Soldier.
vote.
Yeah.
Winter Soldier.
Oh? Any votes? So any votes for Spider-Man?
Spider-Man.
One vote for Spider-Man.
I'm gonna go with Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier it is.
I'm gonna go with Winter Soldier.
So that is the best MCU film and television show leading up to Deadpool and Wolverine. So look at that. Boop, boop, boop.
I feel like someone got to the end of this video and was just like,
Yeah.
That or literally they've smashed a hole through their screen because they
Yeah.
think we're so stupid and ridiculous.
thanks,
But
guys.
these are
how
these
could
are just
Endgame not win?
these are just our opinions. So.
Wait. Did we vote on Winter Soldier in the tier maker?
Who was that?
Yeah, it was S tier.
A lot of the conversations we just had about it, we had in that same episode.
Maybe I just blinked it. Okay, whatever. Okay.
Yeah. So there it is. There it is. All of the MCU across the big screen and the small screen, all the way dating back to 2008 through today in 2024, leading up to Deadpool and the Wolverine. Winter Soldier is still the best of the best. So look at that. Surprise.
How many different titles was that?
It was like 40 something? Sure. 46, I think, maybe. Is that right? So
There's a lot.
yeah, there we go. So thank you for tuning in. If you're listening over on podcast, go check us out over on youtube.com/@eatsleepner. If you're on YouTube, go click that subscribe button if you haven't already. Leave some comments. Let us know if you agreed with all of our brackets here. If you didn't, let us know what we got wrong. Make sure you share us with your friends and family on the socials, Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, all of those fun ones.
What is X? I'm not familiar with X.
I'm
Twitter.
gonna call it by what his mama called him, and that's Twitter.
Twitter.
That's right.
Mhm.
That's right.
His mama named him Twitter.
That's right.
Like
Tell
us.
us what your favorite Marvel movie is.
Yeah. Nick,
Huh?
what are 3 things nerds should be doing before they go and watch all of the MCU movies and Deadpool and Wolverine?
Invite me over because I've not seen most of these movies. Number 1. Number 2, make sure that you make enough popcorn because I love to snack. And number 3, have clean bathroom facilities because I will need to use them during the movie.
Eat Sleep Nerd. Take it easy, people.